Hi, this is Don Kedai with another Israel Report, reporting to you from here in Jerusalem, the beautiful capital of Israel. And today I want to report to you about what took place, another atrocity here in this country. And why do I call it an atrocity? It's because 200 people were just evacuated from their homes. Can you imagine the horror of knowing that you and your family are going to have to be uprooted from your home of 20 years, that you put all your sweat and tears, building beautiful memories and so on and so forth, everything that a home represents. See, this is the problem with the media. The media paints out these settler communities as a bunch of, radicals, crazy nutcases, just living in some kind of, I don't know, like however they paint it to you, they try to dehumanize these people to the point where you don't even think for a minute that, oh yeah, that's right, they have families, they have communities, they've built orchards, they've, gardens, a whole life, just like anybody else. And they have a right to live, and they have a right to build their home in the land of Israel, just like everybody else, just like every other citizen of the country of Israel. Unfortunately, though, the Supreme Court, which is right here, today I'm reporting from inside my car because unfortunately the weather is just crazy. Can you imagine the Supreme Court decided these communities were uprooted for one reason and one reason alone? And that is extreme, radical, left organizations that have paid and have funded and that have petitioned behind a Palestinian that they found and claimed that he had 2 dunams out of hundreds of dunams, 2 dunams that were his. And that in the community of Amona, all right? In the community of Amona, 2 dunams. We're talking about 2 dunams. You know what 2 dunams is? That's nothing, okay? Out of a whole community. So instead of making a compromise, instead of making compensation for this Palestinian who's never going to make a claim to this land. He's never in his life going to build a home there, build a garden, build an orchard, cultivate, olive groves or whatever. The things that you see in the media and the way they paint these people out to being these poor, oppressed Palestinians who all they want to do is live in their land in peace and flourish. And that it's because of these radical settlers that they're unable from doing so, right? Just remove the settlers and they get to do whatever they want. They finally get to go back to their homeland. They get to come back with their key that you might have seen, the iconic scene where they come with this key and say, yes, I'm going back to my home and yada yada, right? No. What they do is they leave those lands barren. They leave them barren because they have no desire to go and live there. They have no desire to build a community there. They have no desire to do anything whatsoever in that land. All it is extreme left organizations who have found a leverage point. They have found a loophole in the legal system to kick out settlers. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. Because if these radical organizations did not exist, this Palestinian would never have made his claim. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. The Palestinian would have never made a claim. Why? Like I said, he has no desire to go to that land. He lives in his village, in Samaria. He lives in his little village, just like Jews live in Jewish communities. He lives in a Palestinian community. He's not going to go uproot his whole family and go and now live in the 2 dunams that are his, okay? He's not going to do that. He doesn't care for it. That's the reality on the ground. That's the truth behind the media spin and behind the Supreme Court decisions that I've heard come out from the Supreme Court. They're continuously anti-Israel, anti-Zion, anti-Jewish, really, anti-Jewish. I would put it even in that spin, because that is what it is. It's anti-Jewish. It's anti your own people group, in favor of a Palestinian cause, which is criminal. The Palestinian cause is criminal. This is what we need to start to tell the world. The Palestinian cause is criminal. What it's wanting to do is it's wanting to displace all the Jewish communities in all of the land of Israel. We're not talking about, just some disputed territories, okay? We're talking about all the land of Israel. They want every Jew out. Okay? That's what they want. That's what they're fighting for. This is what it's all about. Just thinking of the families, and I'm thinking about, okay, look at the weather right now. Just the fact that I have to be, filming inside my car now because the weather is so extreme outside, that now these families are homeless. They're homeless. And by the way, there was a compromise, and the compromise was that the government was going to allot a plot of land that they deemed was going to be okay for the families to relocate to, just in the vicinity of where they used to live. And I believe they're going to get 500,000 shekels per family, depending on how much your property was worth. This is the injustice that I'm wanting to report about. I want people to know just what is happening. I want them to be aware. And because you're not going to hear this in the mainstream media, and you're not going to hear any of this. They're not going to talk about it. They're not going to report about it. So this is Don Kidal reporting from Jerusalem, Israel. Thank you for listening. Shalom, and God bless you guys.